Alright, today's energies, well, yesterday's and today's energies is basically Moon and Pisces. So that's basically dealing with your sensitivity to awareness, being more open, being very caring, being there for people, places, and things, pouring out your heart, being very sensitive, having strong emotions, and of course, basically, this is a 2 day process. So this is basically what we're gonna be basically dealing with. So of course, that 12th house that governs the feet. So be aware of foot issues, toes, having bunions, or also the pineal gland, which is very powerful. You're gonna be basically be out here daydreaming a lot and being lost into the in your imagination, lost into your illusion fantasies. Make sure you basically putting that fantasy into existence for me. So this ain't the time to basically be just daydreaming all day, but basically reflecting that back outside to the outer world and basically being more open. Of course, Mercury and Leo now, so basically the way you talk, the way you express yourself, the way you think and communicate is gonna basically be bold. So this time to basically be the center of attention. Also being aggressive and being pushed forward. And of course, the sun is in Leo, so basically it's our physical expression, which is the masculine, being more flamboyant, being more open and aggressive and passionate. Mars is in Aries, so it's basically dealing with motivation, determination. Also, Jupiter is in Capricorn, so expanding your abundance. So basically, whatever you're doing as far as your businesses, basically push that out. Also, we got Saturn in Capricorn, so that's basically dealing with limitations and restrictions. Of course, there's gonna be a whole lot of limitations and restrictions going on, especially if you don't take your motherfucking power back and keep allowing these bitch ass government motherfuckers to basically keep putting laws and regulations in front of your ass. You need to get your motherfucking power back, real shit. Also, we got Uranus and the Taurus. It's basically the way we see our vision right now. It's basically a little foggy and shit with all this bullshit going on. But basically, don't stop doing that shit. Because basically, what you gonna basically be doing now is what you're gonna be doing in your next life. So basically, keep pushing forward. Also, we got basically Venus. We got Neptune and Pisces. So that's basically dealing with your spiritual. Everybody need to be tapping into their spiritual powers right now. We do not need to be following no law of spirits. That was basically demons in the flesh. So basically, we got our own spirit, our own process, our own focus. Basically, we need to be focusing on that. Also, we got Pluto and Capricorn. So as you see, all this destruction, all this crazy shit that's going on in the world, when Pluto comes into Capricorn, which is structure, stability, regeneration control, they basically trying to take your power back. So if you don't utilize your Pluto and put a death and transformation to what the fuck they putting in front of you, your ass gonna be basically right up under the motherfucking curve. So get your motherfucking power back. Also, we got Chiron and Aries, so it's basically dealing with trauma, past trauma, or illusions and shit. So basically, we need to heal and generate and basically have take care of our self personal issues and shit, and not let that come back. And of course, we also got North Node and Gemini, so it's basically not being resistant when it comes to learning information. This is basically utilize that thinking and communication, which is the left brain, the logic, and basically a little logic, but basically a little right brain in this motherfucker. Also, we got ascendant and a Capricorn, so this is basically dealing with responsibilities. Make sure you take on your responsibilities on basically being consistent on a day-to-day basis. Saturn want to see your ass putting in that work. He don't want to see your ass do this one day and you don't do it the next day. It's gonna be some motherfucking guilt. It's gonna be some a lot of attachments and strings you need to get rid of. Basically, utilize that shit. Also, you got Midhaven and Scorpio, so it's dealing with manipulation, control, and power. As you can see, that's what's going on in the news, going on in the world and shit. So basically, a whole lot of people getting zoned and shit. Be very careful, be very aware. Don't get caught up into these concepts. Also, we got Moon conjunction Neptune, so this basically dealing with universal thoughts, universal manifestation, the way we push out, the way we dream and imagine. Also, we got Moon sextile Pluto, so this basically dealing with a collaboration of being your own force, being your own way of seeing things, and basically killing any deep feelings and emotions. Also, we got Mars square Jupiter, so it's learning our power, the way we use our aggression, our power and shit. Basically, be aware of that. Also, we got Jupiter sextile Neptune, so this basically dealing with self creativity, which is Jupiter expansion and growth, and basically Neptune is the way we utilize our passions, our talents, and it's basically Jupiter is exalted in Pisces, so basically that's what we're gonna be basically dealing with. It's co-rulers too. Also, we got Sun, Trine, Mars, so this basically dealing with potential power, the way we utilize this shit, and of course the way we have self-centered stage and the way we utilize this and take it into consideration. A lot of people want to basically be out there, be open to the ways of helping people. It's a good time to do that. We also got Sun square Mars, so this basically learn our balance, basically in between the way we self-express ourselves and basically learning ways of how to like be the center stage and just basically tapping into this new age that we basically going through, this new awakening. So also We got Sun trine Chiron. So it's basically good time to shine on our taboos. That things that was basically hidden in the dark. Time to shine on that. Don't let that shit be lost into darkness. Add a little light on that motherfucker. Feel me? Brighten the load up. Feel me? Don't put too much darkness on your shoulders and shit. You want to basically lighten that shit up. Moon square Venus is basically learning our balance and being aware. And of course, this is basically not rushing into new relationships and shit because you don't want to go through the responsibilities of basically having balance and shit. And of course, learning not how to get into your ex might hit you back up. You might just basically be counteracting on that, or whether you should take this person back or not. Also, or if you're in a relationship right now, whether you should basically try again with this motherfucker or try again with that motherfucker. Feel me? This shit we gonna basically be going through. Also, Moon sextile Jupiter, so this basically dealing with This is a sextile. This is basically dealing with corporations between the way we self-express. This is basically us having deep feelings and emotions, and the way we basically can use that and to have self-care towards other people, places, and things. Also, we got Moon sextile Saturn. So this planting seeds and basically having self-expressions and limitations and restrictions and structures and new stability, and just basically setting up shop all over the place. You might feel the need to want to travel, go somewhere else to try something new and set up new seeds. Go ahead and take that opportunity and chance, because now it's a sextile. You don't want to pass up on these sextiles. Sextiles is very important. Mars square Pluto. So this basically learn how to have balance with our power, learn how the way we use our masculine and the way we bury our hidden traumas and shit. We don't want to basically be doing that. We want to make sure we taking care of this shit up front. And this is a fast thinking ability the way we self express ourselves. Jupiter conjunct Pluto is basically dealing with Jupiter conjunct Pluto is this dealing with you might feel the need to preach or be a conspiracy theorist or whatever the fuck they want to call you, or you might just feel the need to basically start talking shit, or basically look for new ways of not following politics and stop watching the news and don't get caught up into certain shit that'll basically try to mislead you into shit. So of course, finding a new program, or not a program, but find new ways to get around the shit, and basically learning things of what's going on. Also, we got Sun conjunct Mercury. So this basically is a good time to go outside, sun gaze, close your eyes, look at the sun, but close your eyes and basically come up with new ways of thinking, the communication, the way we express ourselves, and come into the light, shine to the light. Also, we got Moon trine Mercury. So this basically the way we feel, express our feelings and emotions on a sensitive basis, and the way we talk logical and rationally. This is basically gonna be coming together. It's gonna basically be hitting the spot. Also, we got Mercury opposing Saturn. So the way we think and communicate is going to be opposing towards Saturn. So dealing with responsibilities, for us to basically come up with new ideas is going to be very difficult. The way we try to come up with new ideas is going to be like a board on it, a resistance and shit. So basically, it's a good time to basically make sure you're meditating, make sure you're clearing your mind, not having too much shit or bullshit in your mind. Basically, clear all that shit out. Also, we got Mercury trine Chiron. So that's basically dealing with deep healing, deeper need to basically have thinking the communication, the way we express ourselves, and basically think on the things that we struggle with, and coming up with new ideas and new ways to basically think right and not think negative or think any criticism or or just basically having self-doubt. You don't want to do that. You want to think big. You want to think on the horizon scale. So it's basically what you want to be thinking on your mind. Also, the Jupiter conjunct Saturn. So the way we expand and growth is conjuncting with Saturn. So it's basically a good conjunction to basically use both delicate balance between the way we self-express ourselves, self-growth, self-principles, and basically being free. And of course, that's conjuncting with Saturn. So of course, limitations and restrictions are motherfuckers trying to stop you and giving you checkpoints. You tell motherfuckers, no, I'm not taking no checkpoint. I'm not taking no check, period. Fuck you and that fine. So straight up. Also, we got, I'm about to run through these houses. So basically, we're about to get into houses. So when we dealing with Pisces, which is basically in the moon and Pisces, when this is in your first house, you're going to be responding to health issues. You're going to be responding to people, places, things that's forcing things towards you. People, places, things that's trying to use you for your own energy and shit. Fight for your space. Fight for your, stand up for yourself. And basically, if you got to basically handle circumstances, situations. You basically take advantage of that shit. Don't be used. Don't let nobody be using you right now. Feel me? This is a learning process for all Aries right now. So basically, this is the time to take your power back. Feel me? Whatever happened in the past, as far as any issues you went through, let's not try to bring that back into it. Take power and control. Or the same shit gonna happen to you again. Second house is just dealing with, you're gonna be reacting, responding to materialistic natures. You're gonna be basically dealing with growth, and you're gonna feel the need to basically get lost a little to your left and a little to the right. Basically, bring both your left and your right brain together, because the way you think is the way you create. So if you basically use your imagination, you can bring anything into existence on any possible scale. This goes for any person, place, or thing in this world. Imagination is what created you. So don't be a fly and get lost in the light. Come up with new ideas and new mechanisms to basically work into your favor. Third house. This is basically, you're going to be reacting to responding the way you think and communicate. The way you respond to people, places, things, your surroundings. Get into your passions. Get into your passions, which you have to basically strive and show others. For me, this is what's needed. This is what the universe needs you to bring out of you. It's your north node. It's your comfort. This is basically your uncomfort zone. Get out your comfort zone. Get into your uncomfort zone and basically express your mind and basically have, elaborate. For me, also meditate too, because you can deal with anxiety the way you feel the need to basically go through these circumstance situations. So basically, get in the right bag so you can express yourself towards other people, places, and things. Fourth house, just dealing with secrets, families, ties. It's also dealing with strange things. And of course, be very aware, because you could be picking up other people, places, and things, emotions. So you don't want to basically be doing that and tying that with yourself. So basically, get back in your bag. Fifth house, you're going to be reacting and responding to how you self-express yourself towards other people, places, and things. For me, your past life, you could have been the richest motherfucker in the household. So now this is a good time to basically find that power, or find anything that this is a good time to tap into your inner self, tap into your powers and shit, meditate, clear your mind and shit, get right into your spiritual bag. So basically, you can come up with new ideas and new concepts to basically have self-expression and be out there and be more open and shit. Also, sixth house. This is basically dealing with having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sixth house. Learn your power, past life. Ooh. So basically, sixth house is basically dealing with learning your true talents. For me, you might have good analyzations, good putting things into details, and you might just basically be able to pick up other people, places, things, the way they communicate and express themselves, especially if they don't speak your language. For me, this is a good time to basically express your hidden talent. Don't hold it in. For me, express that shit, push that shit out. So for me, don't beat around the bush. Get rid of it, get lost. Seventh house is dealing with emotional sacrifice with people, places, things, and relationships and shit. Dealing with trust issues and shit like this. So you can come up. This is a learning process. So basically, you feel me? Don't feel the need to basically put harm towards any person, place, or thing that's not matching your frequency, vibration, aka balance. Feel me? This is basically play out to these natures, and of course, cheating might take a shape and form. You might want to cheat on your partner basically because you lost trust to them and shit. Because they did you wrong the first time, but you took them back the second time. But you feel me? If they did that the first time, then that was already a whole awakening to basically let that person go. For me, no getting back after that. Eighth house. This is dealing with burying deep hidden emotions. You're gonna be reacting, responding to that. So make sure you're not burying anything or any person, place, or thing that's basically gravitating towards you, or somebody basically burying something that you push out towards them and shit. It might just burst out and last. So this can basically play into the circumstance situation. You might be going to jail, killing somebody, or getting very, very critical. So basically be aware of that, because shit is real out here. Also, ninth house is basically you're going to be reacting, responding to lost hope, lost faith in the world. So basically get in your spiritual bag and basically meditate and look for a spiritual person that you can read, can resonate with yourself, and get open. 10th house is basically dealing with hard work, trauma, and shit. So basically it's your past life. You might deal with issues and circumstances, situations of being too serious. Be more open and shit. For me, don't hold on, but basically get through the obstacles and meditate and make sure you have enough rest to basically be strong. 11th house is dealing with mental shift, people, places, things that may not react and respond and match your frequency vibration on your wave. You might put aside to them and get away from them. Don't be too detached from me. Get out that bubble. Get open to people, places, things, so you won't basically die in a strange way. You won't die in a mental fucked up concept way. 12th house, you're gonna be reacting, responding to people, places, and things. Just be aware. Make sure you meditate and basically be more open. Don't be too serious with mundane life. I mean, 8 hours of sleep is cool, but basically express yourself and be more open and shit. Real shit. That's the energies. I love y'all. Be consistent.